Everyone, it's Wednesday, it's lunchtime and heading out for a 60-minute walk today as we continue training for mission 231, the Sonda Monster in 2022, all for the Heart Foundation, of course. So those following the journey would know I did my first, we'll call it a full run, yesterday morning, 20-minute run on the trails and a 10-minute walk. That's my first one since injuring the ankle 2 weeks ago. It went okay. Real happy to be out there running. Ankle's had a bit of soreness since then. It was sore anyway. Yeah, just a bit of soreness again on the outside. So just mindful of that. My rehab program has me walking this week with some short runs in there. So just trying to balance it and slowly introduce the return to running, so we don't do too much too soon, hence why we've got the 6-minute walk down today. And yeah, we'll see how it all goes. It's a beautiful day for it. Not a cloud in the sky. Should be nice. Run with heart, everyone. So we're heading up what we call maximum heart rate hill. So being a walking day, I want to try and include some hills in it. One, it gets my heart rate up because I'm not running, obviously, and that helps maintain my fitness. And secondly, my foot or my ankle needs the different angles or the different pressure through different angles placed on it. So the inclines and declines help that. I half went over my ankle coming down the last hill, and it's caused a bit of pain at the front of the ankle, but I can walk. So just got to be watching it. But it shows and reinforces that I mentioned yesterday. I can really feel it needs strengthening at work, and that's what I'm doing last week, this week, and that will continue when I even get back into running. I'll continue the strength work, which I do anyway. I do balance board work and stuff. And probably if I hadn't been doing that, the damage that I did would probably be a lot more. I probably wouldn't be out walking 2.5 weeks after the event. So yeah, it really pays dividends to do the 1%ers, as they call it. The little things that when you do them, you think, oh, is it really going to help? But it does. Yeah, definitely strengthening work needed. So when I'm running or even bushwalking, you can hear the huffing and puffing as I get to the top of the hill. That's behind me. Lost my train of thought now. Yeah, so I need it strengthened so when I do roll it, when I'm out running and walking, less likely to do damage. Reduce the risk. That's what we want to do. Okay, I'm going to enjoy this path. Good thing about bushwalking and hiking, you get more time to take it all in when you're running. Not that it goes past in a blur. On the trails you really get to still appreciate it. You can stop and watch the kangaroos play or listen to the birds. Just appreciate it all. Beautiful spring day. Run with heart, everyone. So heading up another climb, everyone. I don't know if you can see it behind me there. So yeah, just enjoying the slower pace, making sure I'm placing the right ankle or the right foot all okay, then I'm not going to roll it off a rock or something. Got to stay focused. It's easy to switch, like when you're walking, I find it's easy to switch off that focus. When I run, I can really zone, where I won't hear or see anything around me sometimes, but I know exactly what's happening in front of me. Where when I'm walking, my mind wanders, and so I forget what I'm doing, so to speak, with my feet. People often ask me what I think about when I'm running, and it can be a range of things. I usually try to really switch off, especially from Amp Fitness and the business and that. At the moment, especially with COVID and being online, I find I live at 24/7. The mind's constantly ticking over. So getting out the door and running, or today walking, is my opportunity to switch off from that and give the mind a rest, which is really, really important. And whatever your job might be, to be able to leave it in the background, turn it off, don't let it constantly tick away. And it takes practice. Yeah, like on a day like today when I'm just walking, I'm appreciating what's around me, but I'm also thinking ahead to the Sonder Monster. I'm thinking about my training. I'm doing my own program from here on in, so I'm thinking about my program, what needs to be in it. I'm looking at, you do a SWOT analysis in business: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. I do a similar thing with my running, especially when I'm doing a program up. What are my strengths, what are my weaknesses, opportunities, threats, things like that. But so I'm thinking about, what weaknesses I have at the moment in running. Obviously a weakened ankle would be one. Lack of time to fit into the program. So you look at all those things and how you can address it to make it work and get the most benefit, most bang for your buck from the program, so to speak. Then you go through your strengths, and you don't want to neglect your strengths. You want to nurture them as you improve your weaknesses to give you a better all-rounder picture, I guess. Okay, I'm going to concentrate with the rocky section. So it's lucky I stopped talking when I did. Kicked my toes into a rock. I reckon one day, I've got a mate who wants to put a drone on me as I do a running session one day, and I reckon we could provide some laughs. If I can find a rock or a stick or anything to trip on or kick or roll over, I'll find it, guaranteed. No worries about that. So yeah, back to what I was saying with my training, so looking forward and planning. So even just walking up the hills, and then I really want to do a lot more hill work. In this initial program I've been doing, which I'd done for 19 weeks up until the ankle injury, wasn't a great deal of hill work. Not the hill work that I'd enjoy, that I feel I get the benefit from. So I'm talking about hill repeat. So, sprinting up a hill as hard as you can, so to speak, 75-80% of your max even, and then walking back down and then doing it again, and then repeat. Great for the power in the legs, great for the strength in the legs, great for the cardiovascular system, and they're all things I need to improve to be able to do the Sonder Monster Alara Pinner 231 Ks in 60 hours. I've got to run tired more, I think. Like, I'm tired anyway, granted, with long days and high physical load with the personal training and classes and that, but I've got to incorporate, especially as we get to the back end of the training and closer to the event, running at night, running on little sleep, because at the moment I'd average probably 5 to 6 hours of sleep a night, which isn't ideal. They say you should be aiming for 8, but out there when I'm running, it's going to be less than that, if anything. So my body has to be ready for that as well. Do we want that path? Should we go down straight down or a long way? We'll go down a long way. Sorry, nicknames for the paths. So things like that you take into consideration and you look at when you're planning a program. You want to get the most from it, so you can be the best version of yourself you possibly can be come event time. So I take this opportunity, especially because you're at a slower pace when you're walking compared to running, you have more time to think about things and sort of plan and plot and go, this is how I do it. What sort of phases am I going to do? Am I going to do a strength phase, an endurance phase, speed? I'd really like to do some speed work. I'm thinking as I walk along, I'm probably going to incorporate some road runs into that, so I can really build on the speed on the road and then bring it back to the trails. And what I'm gaining on the trails through strength and agility, I can incorporate into the road running, which again, they go hand in hand. So use the best of both worlds, the road running and the trail running, to increase the speed. I've got 60 hours to complete the Sonda Monster. I'd love to do it in around 48, ideally. Goal one is to finish. So I've got to make sure all my training is aimed towards finishing. But then if I can do extra stuff that's going to help me with the speed side of it, then I can go for the, maybe it's the second goal of completing it in under X amount of time. The goal one is just to finish. It's all about the Heart Foundation and completing the event. It's pointless me getting the support of everyone out there watching, and then I turn up and don't finish the event in the 60 hours. So that's my responsibility. Okay, enough chit chat. I'm going to go enjoy the walk. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for the support, and appreciate all the fundraising and donations that are coming in towards the Heart Foundation. We're doing awesome. We're approaching $2,500, which is just unreal. And I know, speaking to the Heart Foundation, they're really happy as well and really grateful. So from them to you, thank you. And our walk is done, everyone. We've ticked over 61 minutes. We're at the top of the trailhead of the giant stairway, not to be confused with the Katoomba giant stairway. This is what we call the Portland giant stairway. No stairs involved, just a climb. Yeah, enjoyable. I restrained from running. It would have been easy to break into a run, but yeah, just really appreciated the walking and the slower pace, chance to think and slow down. I think we've got a run down for tomorrow. We've got some rehab exercises to do this afternoon, plus some lower body stretching. It's all part of the journey, all part of heading towards mission 231 in the Sonda Monster. Thanks for the support. We've got 2 fundraising events happening at the moment. Did I hold up 3 fingers then? Two fundraising events. The skipping, 231 skipping challenge, still not too late to enter. Signing up $20 to skip 231 times, 3 times a week for 4 weeks. Or we've just launched the 231 walking challenge, and that's committing to walking for 23 minutes and 10 seconds 3 times a week for 4 weeks. Again, $20 to enter. You can do it through the Mission 231 fundraising page, which the link is below in the notes. Just make sure you put in the message 231 skipping or 231 walking, so we can get your training log to you. Skipping rope if that's what you're entering, and of course your Heart Foundation memento once you achieve the 4 weeks. Everyone, thank you for the support as always. Run with heart.